In 1975, under increasing pressure from the international community, Spain relinquished its grip on its last African colony, Western Sahara. Rather than returning the country to the indigenous Sahrawi population, Western Sahara is handed over to Mauritania and Morocco. In response to this, Polisario, the political party of the Sahrawi people, declared war on the two invaders. Many died in the fighting, and tens of thousands of Sahrawi civilians were forced to flee their homes as Morocco began a campaign of aerial bombardment. In 1979, Polisario managed to drive out the Mauritanians. However, the Moroccans, backed by the United States, proved a much more formidable foe. In 1991, after 15 years of fighting, a UN-brokered ceasefire was reached, although the Sahrawi did not win the right to return home. Today, over 200,000 Sahrawis etch out a living in refugee camps in the Sahara Desert. Some have been there almost 30 years, others know nothing but a life in the camps. We've all heard about the conflicts in Iraq, Palestine and Kosovo, but how many of us have heard about the conflict in Western Sahara? One man trying to make the world take note is Mattia Durley, one of the organisers of the Sahara Marathon.
I think it's a great occasion, the Sahara Marathon, to raise awareness about the Sahrawi situation in the world, to let the world know that there are 200,000 people living in the middle of the desert that rely only on humanitarian aids and nothing more. And no one knows about them. No one knows about them because there is no war going on. They are not actually dying. They do not make terrorism at all. So they are just waiting peacefully for a resolution of United Nations. We think that a sport event, an international sport event like the Sahara Marathon, can really help them. Because, you know, a lot of people, a lot of press comes here just for the Sahara Marathon, and that's just they discover all this. What they don't want is to be forgotten.
We visited the camps in February of this year on an invitation to cover the Sahara Marathon. We were not in the camp long when we met Sid Ahmed, a member of Polisario and an English teacher.
It's hard to live here, you know, because there is no jobs, no anything to do. Look, to just desert, tents, no markets, no anything, you know, to do here.
Sid Ahmed and his colleague at the English school invited us back for tea to talk to us some more about life for the Sahrawi.
Moroccan authority killed in the war, killed our fathers, you know, our mothers, or our sisters. It's a very difficult time in our lives because, you know, there's a lot of things we have lost in our lives. Our independence, the first thing, our freedom, and the thing which makes you happy is to get your freedom. And if you don't have freedom, how you could be happy?
A lot of Sahrawi men were either killed during the war or are currently stationed on the front lines, so it is women who are responsible for much of the day-to-day running of the camp. Sid Ahmed took us to meet his family.
صعبة حتى شوفنا لا من الريح رجعتنا نقع نهارنا نعانوا من هذه هي الدمية كاملة جهدها قواطين وبقاهم طرحهم وراي شيب جدت كيف مارقين كانوا مارقين في السحاب وهم الشارموا علي هي صعبة من كل شيء والحمار والماء وشنو
قاعوا ذا يالتو قاع مسلمين يالتو ذا قاع يعودون بيننا نحن عرب ومسلمين وذا يالتو يعودون بيننا نحن بدل نعود نحن ندافع عن الدول الثانية نحن متكاتلين بيننا يالتنا نحن مقاربين نعودوا شي واحد
منك لا الاستغلال ولا لا الاستغلال لا استغلال انه هو لا قد صعوبة اختاروا عن نهار واحد
صابرين به
قد صعوبة هذه المأساة اللي راينا والشدة يذول مشي على كرعينا نختاروه عن نهار واحد مشيروح ما عنا فيه ولا فينا مولي لو كنا نموت وننضموا ولا نقبلوا الاستغلال الذاتي ما يؤخذ عليه.
Sometimes I'm happy because I feel like I will sometimes in the future go back to my land and take freedom and live with my brothers, my sisters, and my mothers and my people in our main country. I don't know exactly when, but I feel that it's so soon. It's very soon. Maybe next year, I don't know. But I feel something like it would happen. It would happen.
Sid Ahmed is clearly optimistic. Sadly though, with no oil, terrorists or weapons of mass destruction in the camps, the likelihood of this conflict toppling the international community's agenda anytime soon remains depressingly slim.